Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Their 36-year-old quarterback brings him out there. He'll be calling the shots in his 15th season now. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you just sit and look at the raw numbers, you actually kick back and nod in appreciation about the career Ben Roethlisberger has had. Went over 50,000 passing yards last year, 8th all-time. But what he wants more than anything, one more run at a Super Bowl where he's won twice previously.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
And while we always talk about quarterbacks and what their potential is, we always want to see how it translates. To me, the next big step for Mitchell Trubisky is simply experience. Just 13 starts in his college career at North Carolina. A rookie season behind him in 2017 where he wasn't a full-time starter. It's just going to be repetition, 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 and especially during games.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 0-0 our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he's got room. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And the Steelers set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And it's brought in by Washington. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, Trubisky. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's third down. The Bears and Steelers, of course, two of the most storied franchises in all the NFL. And they met in a good one week 3 last year. Took overtime to decide it in Soldier Field. And the Bears would get the victory 23-17. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Cunningham now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go, let's go. Stop right there. Stop! 180!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Let's go, let's go.
third down. This is Howard. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing now is Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. Trubisky to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Now it's Trubisky. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Let's go now.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.